Hey guys, in Mark's Gospel, chapter 10, James and John come to Jesus and say, Hey, do something for us. We're going to ask you a question. We want you to say yes. That's kind of what they say, almost like children asking their parents, Hey, mom, dad, I want to ask you a question. Go ahead and say yes. Well, Jesus doesn't do that. He's too wise for that. He says, Well, tell me what it is that you want me to do, and then I'll tell you. And they say, when you're in your glory, we want to sit at your right hand and at your left. And Jesus' answer is pretty cool. For one, he doesn't squash their aspirations to greatness. So it's okay to want to be great. In fact, we need more Christians to be leaders and to do amazing things. We don't need less Christians to do that. So Jesus doesn't squash their aspirations to greatness. But what he does do is turn their ideas of what being great are, and he turns them on their head. And what Jesus is going to say is that he's going to say that greatness is forged through suffering. So if they want to do that, they're going to need to drink the cup that he drinks and to be baptized with the baptism that he is baptized with. And he basically tells them that they're going to suffer. And suffering produces great things in us, as unpleasant as it is at times. It does something in us to make us more like Jesus. And then Jesus is going to say that greatness is granted through the sovereignty of God. So he says, it's not mine to grant. That it's for those for whom it has been prepared. You can't just pick to sit at my right hand or at my left. That's not something that you have control of. And that's the way it is in our life sometimes too. We're not in charge totally of being great, no matter how hard we work, no matter what we do. Some things are just not within our grasp in terms of greatness. But what is within our grasp is the last thing that Jesus talks about there, and that is that greatness is demonstrated through servanthood. That's what he's going to say. So he's going to say, people who don't know God, their idea of greatness is that they lord it over people. They are the boss. They tell people what to do. They exercise authority. But Jesus says that's not the way it's going to be with you guys. The one that's great among you is going to have to be servant of all. And he says, for even the Son of Man, he's saying, even I didn't come to be served, but I came to serve and to give my life as a ransom for many. That's Mark 10:45. Listen, I hope you aspire to some greatness today. That's a good thing. But listen, let it be forged by suffering. Acknowledge the sovereignty of God. Don't just work your plan, work God's plan, but also realize that your greatness isn't going to necessarily look like you being the boss and telling everybody what to do, but what it will look like, what true greatness is that you serve people according to the will of God. Hey, be a great servant today. Think about who can you serve for God's glory and God's praise. Hey, you have a good day today. Bye.